Hi guys, it's Mrs. Tucker. This is the review for Chapter 2, the mid-unit test. That's lessons 2-1 through 2-5. We're doing the review out of the book at the end of the chapter, so let's get started. We're going to do the first 35. All right, and we're going to start with this first section here on lesson 2-1. 2-1 was solving equations by adding and subtracting. Do you guys see how they give you some examples? Let me undo this a minute. Hold on. Let me go back. Right here, do you guys see where they give you a set of examples? They tell you what pages. So if you get stuck, you can go look at those pages in the textbook. They give you some examples here. And here's your practice problems. So what I want you guys to do is those practice problems. So that's what we're going to be working on. So here we go. Let me grab some of these practice problems right here. We're going to solve each equation. We're going to check our answers. On number 3. Number 3 says B subtract 16 equals 20. Ooh, this program does not like my old computer. I want to solve for B. How do I undo subtraction by 16? I'm going to add 16 to both sides. And what I do to one side, I must do to the other. These cancel each other out, and I'm left with B equals what? That's right, 36. So we've got 36 for this answer right here. B equals 36. Ooh, what a shaky program. On number 4, I have 4 plus x equals 2. I want to get x by itself. How do I undo addition by 4? I'm going to subtract 4. And what you do from one side, you must do to the other. The 4's cancel each other out, and I'm left with x equals what? What's 2 subtract 4? That's right, -2. Good job. On number 5, I've got 9 plus a equals -12. I want to know what a is. I've got to undo addition by 9. How do you undo addition by 9?
Subtract 9.
Yeah, subtract 9. And what you do to one side, you must do to the other. These cancel each other out. I've got a equals, what's -12 subtract 9? -12 subtract 9?
21.
-21. That's right, -21. So that one's -21. Here I'm trying to solve for y on number 6. I need to get rid of addition by -7. Isn't adding a -7 the same as subtracting 7? What can you put on this side to undo that -7, to get rid of it? Add 7. Yeah, if I add 7 here, I'm going to add 7 over here, and I get y equals what? What's 11 plus 7? 18. Now for number 7. Number 7 says z minus 1/4 equals 7/8. I want to get z by itself. How do I undo subtraction by 1/4? Addition by 1/4. Yep. If I add 1/4 to this side, I must add 1/4 to this side. These cancel each other out. But what do I do if I have different denominators? Yeah, I got to find a common denominator. I've got 7/8 plus 1/4 is the same as how many eighths?
2.
Yeah. What's 7/8 plus 2/8? 7/8 plus 2/8? 9/8. Yeah, and you can leave it as 9/8, or you could call it 1 and 1/8. Either way. On number 8, w plus 2/3 equals 3. How do we get rid of addition by 2/3? Yeah, let's subtract 2/3. And if I subtract 2/3 from this side, oops, that's not a 3. If I subtract 2/3 from this side, I've got to subtract 2/3 from this side. How do you take 3 and subtract 2/3? You could put 3 over 1, and then do what? Yeah, we need a common denominator, which is going to be 3. 1 times what gives you a denominator of 3? So I've got to multiply this by 3, and you get, 9/3. What's 9/3? Subtract 2/3. 7/3. So our answer for number 8 is 7/3, which is the same as 2 and 1/3. Okay, on number 9. Robin needs 108 signatures for her petition. So far, she has 27. Write and solve an equation to determine how many more signatures she needs. What's the total number of signatures she needs? 108, that's right. She needs 108. So far, she has 27. So 27 plus the amount that she has left to get has to equal 108. There's your equation. We've written an equation. Now we need to solve. I should be paused. I'm not paused. Let me try pausing again. Still not paused. None of these work. I guess we'll just keep going. Oh, there's a pause button right here. Yeah, that was kind of weird, wasn't it? Okay. How do you solve for x here? Yeah, subtract 27 from this side. So you need to subtract 27 from this side. You get x equals what? 81 what? 81 more signatures. Ooh, this computer is making me so mad. Oh, it's being so slow. Okay, well, I'm not going to finish writing the word signatures because maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Oh, what a sad little computer. 81 signatures. All right, let's take a look at the next section. The next section is section 2-2, solving equations by multiplying and dividing. You guys work these, then come back and turn the video back on. Make sure you get them all right. Okay, on number 10, I want to solve for x. How do you undo multiplication by 5? Division by 5. And what you do to one side, must do to the other. The 5's cancel each other out. What's 35 divided by 5? X equals 7. Number 11, I want to solve for n. How do you undo multiplication by -3? Division by -3, that's right. These cancel each other out, and I'm left with n equals -10/3. If you wanted to write that as a mixed number, you'd call it what? 3 1/3. Okay, on number 12. I have n divided by 3 equals -30. I want to get n by itself. How do you undo division by -3? I'm sorry. did I say negative 3? How do you undo division by 3? Multiplication by 3. And what you do to one side, you got to do to the other. These cancel each other out. What's 3 times negative 30? Negative 90. So far, so good? Doesn't this feel like easy stuff now compared to the stuff we've done for the last couple of days? Doesn't this stuff feel easy? Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah. And another month, you're going to think 2-4 feels easy too. On number 13, I've got x divided by negative 5. I want to know what x is. How do you undo division by negative 5? Multiply by negative 5. And what you do to one side, you must do to the other. These cancel each other out, and you're left with x equals, oh, that's a bad parenthesis. And isn't that supposed to be negative? I almost made a mistake there. I do that a lot, don't I? That's because I'm old. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so these negative 5s cancel each other out. X equals what? What's a negative times a negative? What's 2.6 multiplied by 5? 13. That's your answer to 13. 13 is 13. Okay, over here on 14, I want to know what y is. How do I undo multiplication by 5? Yeah, and what you do to one side, you must do to the other. I get y equals 0 divided by 5. What's another name for 0 divided by 5? 0, yeah. You could sort of tell that just from the problem, right? 5 times what gives you 0? Yeah, it should have been 0. Okay. Number 15, I want to know what r is. How do you undo multiplication by negative 4.6? Yes, ma'am. Divide by negative 4.6, and what you do to one side, you must do to the other. R equals, what's a positive divided by negative? Negative. It's so easy to lose track of those negative signs. And 9.2 divided by 4.6, whoops, negative 2. Yep. All right. I think I'm going to end this video here and then start up the next session in part 2 of this video. So we'll see you in part 2.